guys, I'm back today with a video. Today we're going to be talking about Disney restaurants. Now, I just want to preface this by saying not everyone has the same tastes, not everyone likes the same kind of food, likes the same kind of atmospheres. So, you know, it's really going to depend on your family and what works for you. These opinions are strictly what works for my family. So the first one I have on the list is Chef Mickey's. Now, Chef Mickey's is located in the Hotel The Contemporary. It's right on the monorail. We like Chef Mickey's. We've been there a few times now, and I like the atmosphere. So for atmosphere, I would give it a 5. This is a 5 out of 5 scale. 5 being the best. 5 for the atmosphere, because you can see the monorail up above. You know, you're joined by the characters. I believe it's the Fab Five. So Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it's buffet style. We've been there for, I want to say, lunch and dinner. The food was good. It's good. I'd rate it. Now, some of these I rate a 3-4 because I can't decide. So this I would rate a 3 or 4. Depends. We went there once and it wasn't that great. We went there another time and it was great. So I guess it all depends on when you hit it. Service, I gave it a 4. I didn't give it a 5 because sometimes I feel like these restaurants, they rush you out. Sometimes I feel like you're just another number and they're trying to get you in and out as fast as possible. So it's good service. It's not wonderful. The next restaurant is the 1900 Park Fair. Now this we only did for a sit-down breakfast. At our breakfast, now this is located in the Grand Floridian. At our breakfast we had the Mad Hatter, we had, I want to say Winnie the Pooh, and then Alice and Mary Poppins. So the atmosphere for this one, I would give it a 4. It wasn't anything spectacular. It was just in this room, just like a function. It reminded me of a function hall, to be honest. The food, again, another breakfast buffet. Now, I don't love breakfast buffets at Disney. I feel like they're all the same, in my personal opinion. There's nothing that really stands out at the ones I've eaten at. You know, you get your Mickey waffles, scrambled eggs, sausages, bacon, it's good, but it's not, you know, I would prefer sitting down for dinner if I had to choose between breakfast and dinner that day, and then do a quick thing for breakfast. So for the food, I gave it a 3-4, more on the 3 side for me, and the service was a 4. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great, it was a 4. The next one is at Animal Kingdom. It is Tusker House. Now, Tusker House is also a buffet. We, I believe, ate there for lunch. It is a character dining experience. You, again, have the Fab Five, and they're dressed up as safari characters, which is really cute. We like the food there. I gave the food a 4. The atmosphere, I gave it a 5. I really liked the you know, jungle vibe. It's pretty cool. I mean, they walk around and then they have the kids dance around the tables, and I just really like the, you know, vibe that the whole place gives off, so I gave it a 5. And then the service, I remember our waitress was fantastic, so I gave it a 5. So all around, not too bad. We really like Tusker House. And it gives you, the food there is, I don't really know. It was different. It wasn't like your run-of-the-mill, you know, like different kinds of rice, different kinds of meat. Not the same buffet that you get everywhere. Our next one that we tried was Ohana for breakfast. Now, like I said before, I feel like their breakfasts are pretty much all the same. This one, same thing. I mean, to be honest, I know everyone loves Ohana for breakfast. I only wanted to try Ohana for breakfast because I wanted to see Stitch, and my daughter did too. Otherwise, we would have ate there for dinner, which he is not at. So they bring you around these big, like, pots, and they fill it with, you know, scrambled eggs, biscuits, bacon, sausage, what else? They have Mickey waffles, Stitch waffles, and then you know, they keep refilling it. And then they bring you out like fruit, I believe, and this juice that is actually really good. The juice is good. So again, I liked it. I like the vibe. This is at the Polynesian, which is also a monorail resort. I gave the atmosphere a 4. I love the tropical theming. The food, 3, 4, you know, it's just same breakfast. And our waitress, I gave her a 3. She wasn't great. She was, I felt like she had too many tables, and some of her tables were parties of like 10. So I kind of felt like she was all over the place. She wasn't very attentive. I mean, I know they're busy, but I just don't, maybe she was having an off day. Again, it depends when you hit it. She was just a 3 for me. So the service was subpar, I would say. The next one is Tony's Town Square Restaurant. Now this one is in Magic Kingdom. It's right on Main Street, and the theming is around Lady and the Tramp. Wow, so it's an Italian restaurant, supposed to be after the restaurant in the movie. The atmosphere, I give it a 3. I love that it's on Main Street, and if you get the right seat, you can look outside. But if you're just in the regular restaurant, it just reminds me of your, you know, ordinary restaurant. Tony's the food, I gave it a 3. It was fine. It wasn't anything spectacular. It wasn't anything wonderful that I'll, you know, remember. I got the chicken parm. My daughter got just spaghetti and a meatball, and my husband, I forget what he got actually. But everything was, it was good. It wasn't great. It wasn't wow. It wasn't bad, but it was okay. So I gave it a 3. Our server, I gave her a 5. She was fantastic. She was very attentive, super nice, super informative. She was really great. And then after we were finished, she gave us fast passes to meet Tinkerbell, which was very nice. I don't know if they do that for everyone, or I did see her giving them to other people, but I thought that was a plus. So Tony's, I love it for the fact that it's on Main Street, and if it's not too hot out and you can get out on the patio around 3 o'clock, you can catch Festival of Fantasy, which is what my husband and I did back in December for our anniversary. We didn't have a reservation. We just happened to walk up, lucky enough to get a seat, and lucky enough to get it out on the patio around that time. So that was really cool. That's what I really liked about that restaurant. So the next restaurant is going to be Mama Melrose. This one is at Hollywood Studios. And we first tried this out our most recent trip. I gave the atmosphere a 4. I thought it was really cute inside. It was very old Italian, you know, just really cute, I would say, inside. The food, I gave it a 3, 4, just because mine personally was overdone. My husband's was delicious. My daughter liked hers. I wasn't a fan of the dessert, but like I said, I'm gonna seriously repeat this over. I have a friend that, you know, it's her favorite restaurant, probably on property. So it all depends on your own personal taste. It is good. The food is good there. The service, 5, absolutely 5. She was wonderful. She was amazing. And she ended up also giving us her employee fast pass for the day. I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think employees get a fast pass at the beginning of the day that they can give out or they can use or something. So she ended up giving us hers. Going back to Animal Kingdom, like I said, these are in no particular order. Yak and Yeti. We love Yak and Yeti. Now, I would say that you would need to like the Asian style food to actually enjoy it, because that's pretty much what it is. But I believe I got some kind of honey chicken. My husband got the same thing. We shared the garlic noodles. It was delicious. My daughter loved it. It was so good. We kept saying it was the best meal that we've had. Definitely last trip, but probably ever. We love the food there, and you really need to have, you know, a taste for that kind of food. The atmosphere, I gave it a 3. I didn't love it. It was, you know, we had to walk upstairs and then back down if we needed to go to the bathroom. Not that I'm against walking upstairs, but just, you know, going up and downstairs to go to the bathroom was kind of annoying. The food, 5, definitely a 5. We loved the food. Service, 2. Our waitress was having an off day. And I don't like, I've worked in customer service most of my life. And I understand bad days. I understand that sometimes you just don't want to talk to people. And honestly, it's probably even worse when you have a bad day working at Disney, because you're talking to so many different people that come through there. I'm sure language barriers happen all the time, but this girl was miserable. She was miserable. She just did not want to be there at all. So, I can understand having a bad day, but she wasn't anything spectacular. But I feel bad even saying that, but it's true, and I'm just going to give you my honest opinion. You could go there and get a totally different waiter and have a totally different experience. The thing that will bring me back to that restaurant is the food, for sure. So I ended up giving that waitress a 2. The next restaurant we have gone to twice now. This might get me a little hate. I don't know why, but it's pretty popular. It's Be Our Guest. We've been there twice on 2 different trips, and both for dinner. The first time, we loved it. We loved the atmosphere. Now, I think that's why we loved it, because it was the first time stepping into the castle. It was the first time checking everything out. It was like, wow. And we didn't really, pay attention to what we were eating. This most recent trip, we also booked a reservation for dinner, and it was okay. It wasn't anything great, in my personal opinion. I feel like the portion size at night is pretty small, depending on what you get. I've seen the steak portion, and it's large, but I think I got the scallops and shrimp, and it was pretty small, the portion. And I don't like to eat a lot anyway while I'm at Disney, because it's so hot, when we go, and I just don't work up an appetite for bigger things. So in that sense, it was good. But for my husband, who's, he's a big guy, his portion of food just wasn't enough. We love the gray stuff, my daughter and I. We love the gray stuff. My husband isn't crazy over any of the desserts. I've never tried the lunch. I heard some people like it better than the dinner. The thing that brought us back this time was definitely the atmosphere, and I honestly believe that's the best part of the place. The food's okay. So the atmosphere is definitely a 5. The food is a 3-4 for me, and the service is a 5. They're very attentive. They clean your plates right away. You really kind of feel like you're getting a higher end dining experience in there. That's how I feel. They take it very seriously. So overall, it's a very nice place to eat. I just feel like the food is kind of run of the mill. So the next one is going to be Cinderella's Royal Table. We ate there for breakfast this past trip, and I liked this breakfast more than any of the ones that I ever have. Reason being is they bring you out pastries ahead of time, and then you can pick from, a few different things off the menu. They also brought out little muffins, blueberry muffins shaped like Mickey, which I loved. I love anything in the shape of Mickey. And we really enjoyed this one. Atmosphere is obviously a 5. This is the restaurant, this is the restaurant in the castle. So this is called Cinderella's Royal Table. You can go in, and when you first go in to the castle, you get to take a picture of Cinderella and meet her. Actually, you know what? I don't know. Are the princesses there all day? I would think they would be, but I don't know. I know they're there for breakfast, but someone let me know. I should know this. But the princesses were there. They come around to your table. So it was Jasmine, Ariel, Aurora, and Snow White. So atmosphere, obviously a 5. The food, I gave it a 4. It was okay. It was good. You're probably going to think, well, this girl doesn't like any of the food. No, that's not true. I do like the food, but, I just want to give you my honest opinions on it, because, what good is this if I'm not giving you my honest opinion? And the service was 5. Again, great service. Awesome. They give out little wands to the kids and swords. wands to the girls and swords to the boys, and then they give them a little wishing star. And I ended up getting a wand too, because she liked my Haunted Mansion ears. She was just super nice. So